Time was supposed to replace them. Technology was supposed to make them useless, and newer machines were supposed to push them into scrapyards. But somehow, they survived. Built in an era when farming machines were designed to work, not impress, these old machines ignored trends, outlasted upgrades, and refused to disappear. No screens, no software updates, just steel, gears, diesel, and engineering, so honest that farmers still trust it decades later. Today, we're counting down the 10 old farming machines that refused to become obsolete, machines that proved reliability beats innovation when it matters most. Get ready, because these machines didn't just survive history, they defeated it. Number 1. John Deere Model B. The John Deere Model B is not just an old tractor, it is one of the clearest examples of how proper engineering can defy time itself. Introduced during the Great Depression, the Model B was designed with one goal in mind: to give farmers a machine that could work reliably year after year with minimal cost and maintenance. At a time when many farms were struggling just to survive, John Deere understood that complexity was the enemy. What farmers needed was simplicity, strength, and dependability, and the Model B delivered exactly that. At the heart of the Model B was John Deere's famous two-cylinder engine. While this engine design was unconventional even in its own era, it proved to be incredibly durable. The engine ran at low RPM, which drastically reduced internal wear. Instead of chasing high horsepower numbers, John Deere focused on torque, real, usable pulling power that mattered in the field. This allowed the Model B to plow, cultivate, and pull implements efficiently, while putting far less stress on internal components than higher revving engines. Another reason the Model B refused to become obsolete is its mechanical transparency. Every system on the tractor is visible, understandable, and serviceable. There are no electronics, no hydraulic computers, and no proprietary software. If something goes wrong, a farmer can hear it, see it, and fix it. Many Model Bs still running today are powered by engines that have never been fully rebuilt, something nearly impossible with modern tractors. Even decades after production ended, the Model B continues to work on small farms, hobby farms, and even commercial operations in developing regions. Parts availability remains excellent due to the tractor's massive production numbers and strong collector community. More importantly, the tractor still does exactly what it was designed to do: start reliably, pull steadily, and work all day without complaint. That is why the John Deere Model B never became obsolete. It was built right the first time. Number 2. Massey Ferguson 135. The Massey Ferguson 135 is often described as one of the most perfectly balanced tractors ever built, and that reputation is well-deserved. Released during the 1960s, the MF135 arrived at a time when agriculture was expanding rapidly, but farmers still demanded machines that were simple, affordable, and dependable. Massey Ferguson managed to combine modern refinements with old-school durability, creating a tractor that could adapt to almost any farming environment in the world. One of the biggest reasons the MF135 refused to become obsolete is its legendary Perkins diesel engine. This engine earned a global reputation for fuel efficiency, smooth operation, and extraordinary longevity. It could run thousands of hours under heavy load without major issues, even in extreme climates. Farmers in Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia all trusted the MF135 because it simply kept going, often with minimal maintenance and questionable fuel quality. Beyond the engine, the tractor's overall design was incredibly versatile. The MF135 could handle plowing, tilling, mowing, hauling, and PTO-driven equipment with ease. Its hydraulic system was simple yet strong, providing reliable implement control without unnecessary complexity. There were no electronics to fail and no specialized diagnostic tools required, just proven mechanical systems that farmers understood. What truly cemented the MF135's place as a non-obsolete machine is its global support network. Even today, spare parts are widely available and inexpensive. Mechanics everywhere are familiar with its design, and many farmers can service it themselves. In many regions, the MF135 is still used as a primary tractor, not a backup. It refuses to fade away because it continues to meet real-world farming needs better than many modern alternatives. Number 3. Ford 8N Tractor. The Ford 8N is one of those rare machines that didn't just survive time, it shaped the future of farming. When it was introduced after World War II, agriculture was transitioning from animal power to mechanization. Henry Ford's vision was to create a tractor that was affordable, efficient, and revolutionary, and the 8N delivered on all fronts. Its influence is still visible in nearly every tractor built today. The most important innovation of the Ford 8N was its three-point hitch system. This single feature transformed farming forever. Before the 8N, implements were often pulled using unsafe, inefficient drawbars. The three-point hitch allowed implements to be mounted securely, lifted hydraulically, and controlled precisely. This dramatically improved safety, efficiency, and productivity, and the system became the global standard that remains unchanged today. Mechanically, the 8N was as straightforward as a tractor could be. Its four-cylinder gasoline engine was reliable and easy to maintain. The hydraulic system, while basic by modern standards, was robust and dependable. There were no electronics, no power steering systems to fail, and no unnecessary complications. This simplicity allowed the tractor to age gracefully. Even today, Ford 8N tractors are actively used for mowing, grading, light tillage, and utility work. Farmers continue to rely on them because they are easy to repair, cheap to maintain, and incredibly durable. Parts availability is excellent, and knowledge about the tractor is widespread. The Ford 8N refused to become obsolete because it introduced ideas so good that the industry never replaced them, only refined them. Number 4. International Harvester Farm. All H. The International Harvester Farm. All H was built during a time when farms needed machines that could do everything and do it reliably. Introduced in the late 1930s, the Farmall H quickly became one of the most popular row crop tractors ever produced. Its refusal to become obsolete lies in its rugged construction, adaptable design, and sheer mechanical honesty. Powered by a four-cylinder engine that delivered dependable torque rather than flashy horsepower, the Farmall H was ideal for plowing, cultivating, and hauling. The tractor's adjustable rear wheels allowed it to be tailored to different row widths, making it suitable for a wide range of crops. This flexibility gave it a longer working life than many competitors that were limited to specific tasks. The Farmall H was heavily built, with thick cast-iron components and conservative engine tuning. These design choices meant the tractor could withstand years of abuse, poor maintenance, and heavy workloads. Even when worn, it continued to function adequately, a critical trait in an era when downtime could mean crop failure. Today, the Farmall H remains in use on working farms, not just in collections. Farmers still rely on it for secondary operations like planting, mowing, and utility work. Its continued relevance comes from the same qualities that made it successful decades ago: durability, simplicity, and adaptability. The Farmall H refused to become obsolete because it never tried to be anything other than a reliable working machine. Number 5. John Deere 4020 The John Deere 4020 is often spoken about with a level of respect usually reserved for legendary machines, and that respect is fully earned. Introduced in the early 1960s, the 4020 arrived at a critical moment when farms were getting larger and workloads heavier, yet reliability still mattered more than innovation for innovation's sake. John Deere managed to create a tractor that balanced power, comfort, and simplicity so well that many farmers still consider it the greatest tractor ever built. At the heart of the 4020 was a six-cylinder diesel engine that delivered smooth, predictable power with exceptional durability. Unlike modern engines pushed to their limits, the 4020's engine was conservatively tuned, meaning it rarely operated under extreme stress. This allowed it to rack up tens of thousands of operating hours with minimal internal wear. Even today, it is not uncommon to find 4020s still running on original or lightly rebuilt engines. The hydraulic system of the 4020 was revolutionary for its time, offering strong, responsive performance while remaining largely mechanical. This combination made the tractor incredibly capable without sacrificing long-term serviceability. Farmers could run loaders, planters, balers, and heavy tillage equipment with confidence, knowing the tractor wouldn't suddenly shut down due to an electronic fault. What truly keeps the 4020 from becoming obsolete is trust. Farmers know how it behaves, how it sounds when it's healthy, and how to fix it when something goes wrong. Parts availability remains excellent, and knowledge about the machine has been passed down through generations. In many operations, the 4020 isn't a backup tractor, it's still a primary workhorse. That kind of relevance, more than 60 years later, is something modern machines rarely achieve. Number 6. Allis-Chalmers WD45. The Allis-Chalmers WD45 represents a moment in farming history when manufacturers competed to build smarter machines rather than more complicated ones. Introduced as an upgrade to the WD45 featured innovations that allowed it to outperform many larger tractors while maintaining simplicity and durability. One of the WD45's most significant features was its ability to automatically increase power under load, effectively giving farmers more pulling power when they needed it most. This made the tractor incredibly efficient for plowing and heavy fieldwork. Instead of forcing farmers to buy larger, more expensive machines, Allis-Chalmers engineered a tractor that could adapt dynamically to changing conditions. Mechanically, the WD45 was straightforward and rugged. Its engine was known for reliability, and the tractor's overall construction was solid and heavy for its size. The snap coupler hitch system, while eventually replaced by 3-point hitches, provided secure implement attachment and quick changes, reducing downtime in the field. The WD45 refused to become obsolete because it offered exceptional value. Farmers discovered they could accomplish serious work without stepping up to a much larger tractor. Even today, WD45 tractors remain in use for utility tasks, hay work, and small-scale field operations. Their continued operation proves that intelligent mechanical design can extend a machine's life far beyond its expected lifespan. Number 7. New Holland Hayliner 68. Baler. Among harvesting equipment, few machines have resisted obsolescence like the New Holland Hayliner 68. Built during a time when reliability was non-negotiable, this square baler became a standard on farms where hay quality and consistency mattered. The secret to the Hayliner 68's longevity lies in its mechanical knotter system. Designed with precision and durability in mind, the knotters could operate for years with minimal adjustment. Unlike modern balers filled with sensors and electronic controls, the Hayliner 68 relied on timing, gears, and proven mechanical logic. Farmers understood how it worked, which meant they could keep it running indefinitely. The baler's heavy frame and simple driveline allowed it to survive harsh operating conditions. Dust, heat, and long days in the field didn't overwhelm it. When something did wear out, repairs were straightforward and affordable. Today, Hayliner 68 balers are still actively producing hay, especially on small and medium farms. Farmers continue to use them because they tie reliable bales, require little investment, and don't depend on technology that can fail at the worst possible moment. The Hayliner 68 refused to become obsolete because it mastered one job and did it perfectly. Number 8. Case IH 930 Comfort King. The Case IH 930 Comfort King was built for serious work, and its continued relevance proves just how over-engineered it was. Designed primarily for heavy tillage and large implements, the 930 delivered massive pulling power combined with a surprisingly refined operator experience for its era. Its diesel engine was known for torque and endurance. Farmers could hook the 930 to demanding equipment and work long hours without worrying about overheating or excessive wear. The tractor's weight and balance provided excellent traction, making it especially effective in difficult soil conditions. The Comfort King design improved visibility and operator ergonomics without adding unnecessary complexity. This balance allowed the tractor to remain serviceable decades later, long after more advanced but fragile designs disappeared. Even today, the 930 is used in restoration farming, pulling plows, and heavy utility tasks. Its refusal to become obsolete comes from its sheer strength and mechanical honesty. It was built to work, not to impress. Number 9. Oliver 1850 Diesel. The Oliver 1850 Diesel earned its reputation as a tractor that punched far above its weight. Farmers quickly realized that this machine could handle workloads normally reserved for much larger tractors, all while maintaining excellent fuel efficiency. Its 6-cylinder diesel engine delivered strong, steady power, and the tractor's balanced chassis made it stable under load. Unlike many competitors, the 1850 felt composed even during demanding fieldwork, reducing operator fatigue and mechanical stress. The tractor's hydraulics and driveline were robust and straightforward, making long-term maintenance manageable. Farmers appreciated that the 1850 didn't rely on fragile systems to achieve performance. It relied on solid engineering. Decades later, Oliver 1850 tractors remain in service, particularly in operations that value dependability over modern features. Their continued use is proof that well-balanced design ages better than raw innovation. Number 10. International Harvester Cub. The International Harvester Cub may be small, but its refusal to become obsolete is nothing short of remarkable. Designed for small farms, gardens, and specialty operations, the Cub filled a niche that modern equipment still struggles to serve efficiently. Its compact size, low center of gravity, and exceptional maneuverability made it ideal for tasks that larger tractors simply couldn't handle. Despite its modest horsepower, the Cub was incredibly effective within its intended role. The Cub's simple engine and mechanical systems allowed it to operate reliably for decades. Many Cubs still run with minimal restoration, serving as mowing tractors, garden cultivators, and utility machines. The Cub remains relevant because its purpose never disappeared. Small-scale farming still exists, and the Cub continues to meet those needs better than many modern alternatives. It refused to become obsolete because it was perfectly designed for its job and never tried to be anything else. Those machines weren't outdated, they were timeless. While newer equipment came with promises and problems, these old farming legends kept doing what they were built to do, season after season, year after year. They remind us that true value isn't about being new, it's about being dependable. Which of these machines do you still see working today? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you respect old-school farming and real engineering, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who knows what real iron looks like. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the fields working and the legends alive.